sound of your phone just keeps me.
Hello,
Hello,
my name is Allie. Nice to meet you.
I'm Helen.
Helen? Well, before we get started with anything, just want to give some clarity on a few things I just have to go over for policy's sake and legal things. Just so you know, I'm sure you read it in your paperwork already, but just to reiterate, there is confidentiality between us. Just about everything you say is going to stay with me and only me, but there are some limits. So if you express to me that you are intending to hurt yourself, hurt someone else, or anything along the lines of those two things, I am required by law to report it. So just so you know, keep that in the back of your head while we continue on. Just legally have to tell you that stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me about you.
I don't know. I guess there's not a lot to tell. Lately, I haven't been doing much with my life. I wake up really early in the morning. I mean, I have been a lot lately, but I don't seem to really get anything done. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I can't do it. I feel like I'm just like lost and don't have the energy to do it. I think I've been like having a lot of issues just in my whole life lately, and I just, you know, I've been overwhelmed. I haven't been really able to deal with anything.
Okay.
Before, I mean, I have 2 kids. I've been married to my husband for 13 years. I used to work in retail, but like I said, lately I haven't been much of anything.
So you're not employed right now?
No.
No, okay.
I stopped working after my first child was born.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. I guess things have been hard with my family lately, especially with my husband.
Okay.
We started having problems. I guess I've had a little bit of a lapse in my relationship with his family, and I think that's kind of where our problems have started.
Okay, let me stop you right there just to make sure I'm grasping what you're telling me. So, yeah, I'm picking up that you're a little lethargic, you're not really, can't really get out of bed, get motivated to get stuff done, you're feeling disconnected from your husband's family, you're out of work, you're just, seems like you're really struggling just to get by the day-to-day. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm exhausted.
Exhausted. What do you mean by that?
I don't, like I said, I've been waking up early. That's never been really something that I've done.
Okay.
Even when I go to bed early and I would seem to get like a good amount of sleep, I just am exhausted every time I wake up, physically, emotionally. I mean, I guess lately the most emotion I felt is like irritated sometimes with my husband's parents. My husband's mom used to take care of my kids sometimes, or she would help take care of them, but I like I said, our relationship hasn't been good, so I haven't really trusted her to be like taking care of my kids when I don't feel a good connection with her. He's not happy about that.
Okay.
But then I feel bad because then it's just me taking care of the kids, and what, I don't feel like I've been useful at all. Like I haven't been myself. I haven't been, you know, the best mom to my kids. just because I feel so like closed off and tired and down. I mean, every day. There's
Okay.
never like a good day where I don't feel that way. And there hasn't been for almost a year.
Okay. So within this past year, you've become distant from your husband's family, which is putting strain on your relationship with your husband.
Mm-hmm.
And because of you feeling like out of place and tired and exhausted, it's putting distance between yourself and your kids,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if this all took place within the past year, was there any major events? Did something happen? Or was it just kind of a progression?
I guess I guess nothing really happened to make me start feeling down. I was going to therapy because I kind of have been ever since I was younger.
Okay.
And I had a really down time a while back, but I started to take medication. I didn't continue taking that though, it just made me tired. Then after that, I just kind of stopped seeing my psychiatrist altogether, and I didn't really get to talk to anyone. That's kind of when I, kind of lost control and just kind of got like really, I closed off,
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of when like I started having problems with my relationships. It's gotten worse because it sucks to be distant from my husband. I mean, he's been my everything, like my best friend and my supporter since, we got married when we were 20.
Yeah.
And, now I'm 33, and that scares me, and makes me feel worse because my parents divorced when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of when I started having, my own issues. That's when I started seeing a therapist.
Okay.
I figured it'd be easy to make you use that
and
right after and
I
then
don't
start
know.
with that, so.
Okay. So, this isn't your first rodeo in therapy. Started back after your parents got a divorce and kind of dwindled after a while. When did you stop seeing your psychiatrist?
Just a couple of months ago.
Okay. So, you're not on medication, and then after that you feel like things kind of fell apart, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit more about your husband. You said he was like your best friend, your support system.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see change? What really put the strain? If you can recognize it.
Well, I stopped going to church, and he wasn't really bothered by that. I
Mhm.
guess my relationship with him got rough because he wanted me to, when I stopped seeing the psychiatrist, he wanted me to go back, or at least talk to someone, and I didn't for obviously a couple of months until now. But he basically just thinks I'm yelling at people all the time. He thinks that I'm never happy with anything, and I think that he's getting really frustrated with me. I don't feel like there's anything that I can do. I mean, I'm trying to be better, but sometimes I feel like, it would be easier on everyone if I just wasn't there.
It'd be easier if you just weren't here.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I mean, it just seems like I've caused a lot of issues, and like my relationships aren't great. I haven't been great to my kids, and I don't have the energy to fix it. I don't feel like, I don't even know. I'm just so tired all the time. Like, I barely find the energy to eat or, get out of bed sometimes. I lost 13 pounds.
Mhm.
I don't exercise. But I mean, even just like the fatigue, it just like, it kills me to see, you know, my relationships falling apart, and like I feel like I'm not doing anything. Like I don't feel like I have the energy to do anything about it, even though I know I want them to be better. It just, I don't know.
That's hard. That's really hard.
Yeah.
But you saying that, sorry to interrupt, you saying that you don't want to be here, are you thinking of suicide?
No, I mean, I would never do anything like that, but I still have the feeling in my head sometimes that it would be better off if I was gone, but still I wouldn't do anything like that.
Do you have a plan?
No.
Okay. So it's just
Really,
more of a fleeting thought then?
Yeah. I guess a guilt thing maybe, or
Okay.
just feeling like I'm causing more problems, and, you know, I don't know, like out of control. Like I'm desperate to do something about it, but I don't even know where to start.
Okay. And let's start with the whole distance from your husband's family. Has that been an ongoing thing, or is that just recent?
It was kind of, I don't know, I had a problem with, like, drinking and, drug use and stuff before, I had my first kid, and, I haven't really, like, gotten back into it or anything, but, you know, I have briefly, like I had, like, one long night of, like, drinking,
Okay.
and that's kind of when, you know, things started going poorly. I stopped going to church. I kind of felt like they tried to insert themselves in it, or like I felt like they were judgmental about it, and I wasn't trying to hurt anybody or like anything, and I didn't continue that behavior. But ever since then, I've been like easily irritated with them, and just like, I don't know, like, I'm so exhausted, I'm so, like, and I just feel like that's adding so much on me, like, that I felt like I couldn't turn to them and just, like, talk to them. It was more like just more problems
Mhm.
with relationships that I don't have the energy to deal with, like, I don't know.
No, that's really tough to feel like you don't have anyone on your side.
Yeah.
So I take it your husband's family knows about the past alcohol and drug use, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the very beginning of my first pregnancy, that's when I realized I had to do something about it.
Okay.
I didn't wanna, like, hurt my baby or anything.
Mhm.
It was kind of after after I got off my medication, from when I saw the psychiatrist, I had a night of drinking, but other than that, like, there was nothing, like, I don't have problems with it, and he knows that.
Okay.
Like, I guess it was like when I tried to explain to them, like, they knew I had drank, and they just, like, wanted to believe that it was gonna go bad from there, but, like, they didn't believe in me at all. Like, I'm in perfectly good health, I take care of myself, I watch that stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, just to feel like they didn't, like, trust in me and believe in me, and that, like, that put a divide between us, because I have worked so hard on it.
Yeah.
And that, you know, brought me down even more. It made me feel like, why wouldn't they believe in me?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, it seemed like you had one slip up and everyone decided to abandon ship.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a slip up, it was nothing like what I used to do, like, it was
Mhm.
just I drank a lot, but, like, I didn't, like, stay out all night, I mean, I don't know, I feel like if I didn't continue to do that, I don't see the issue, I think sometimes that happens.
Okay. So I take it you feel like the one night kind of put a strain on your relationship with your husband's family, and because of that strain, it put strain on your relationship with your husband, which
Yeah.
is translating into your relationship with your kids.
Yeah, I mean, he had two parents that were together growing up, you know,
Mhm.
he doesn't understand how I could be, like, frustrated and stuff, but, like, I had a bad situation with my parents, that's when things got bad, you know, like, I felt like they weren't on my side when they, you know, divorced and never really talked to us about it or anything, and that's when I started having to see my counselor because I was in trouble at school as a young kid. So, like, me getting frustrated with his parents by me feeling like they're not on my side, he doesn't understand that.
Okay. So with your husband's family, you feeling like they're not supporting you, what about your own family? Are they in the picture at all?
I mean, yeah, I talk to them both. It's hard sometimes. I mean, my relationship's definitely better than it was when I was younger, because I've sought help and stuff, but I've been really closed off from most people lately.
Okay.
So, like, I guess I have a decent relationship with my parents, but I don't really have a decent relationship with anyone right now. I'm just not myself. Like, I'm pretty social normally, but I haven't been. I
Mhm.
just, like, feel very alone, and I don't think that's because people aren't there for me. I just feel like I just feel very like I'm going through this alone.
Okay. So
But
you feel kind of isolated then.
yeah, but I think I've kind of done that to myself,
Okay.
which makes me sad.
Okay. So just to make sure that I'm hearing you right, we've got your relationship with your husband's family has become a little estranged. It's putting difficulty on your marriage. It's making you feel like a bad mom, and overall, because of that, you're just exhausted and tired, and you just feel like you can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad that you came to see me.
Me too.
I just want to know what do you want to get out of our relationship together, like while you're seeing me. Do you have any like goals in mind?
Yeah, I mean, I want to be able to, I want to feel better. I want to figure out what is wrong with me that I, you know, always come back to these feelings, these down feelings where I shut myself off. I want to be able to build my relationships back and maybe just, like, communicate how I feel to these people, and, like, not in a way where I get annoyed with them, but, like, in a way where I can just talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I want to feel better. I want to do better. That's really, like, I just want to get back to, like, who I am.
Okay. So, you want to feel better, you want to be able to communicate with people better, and you just want to get back to normal.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Okay.
Well, it's been good to talk to you. We've just scratched the surface, so I don't want you to feel like we just pulled everything apart today, because we definitely didn't. We still have time to work through this. I don't want you to feel rushed. Just today was just for me to get to know you better and to understand your situation and where you're coming from. So with that being said, it was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you.
And we're gonna work on this, and I will see you next week.
Okay.
That was so bad.
I know that was